enemy remaining.
Hawk out! Healing over here.
Found you. Tripwire destroyed. Planted the spike.
Team Ace.
Come on, Raze, you cheeky bugger. Let's get into him.
Oh, this is a nice spot. This goes here.
One enemy remaining.
Spike planted.
Gun here.
Grenade!
Toxins going up.
Spike down B. Last player standing.
Tripwire destroyed.
That shook their confidence.
Time to mobilize my pack. Time to hunt. Scout destroyed.
Cover going out. Stealing sight. Not ready yet. Shadows traveling.
One enemy remaining.
Poison orb emitted. Poison's off.
Cage triggered. Yes, this should do. That goes there. Oh, this is a nice spot.
Shadows traveling. Stealing sight. Drone going out.
Spot planted.
One enemy remaining.
Satchel out. Here comes the party! I blew you up!
Spike
I have the
down
spike.
B.
know exactly where you are. Cage triggered.
One enemy remaining.
I hate visiting underground doctors.
Toxins going up.
Cover going out. I have the spike. Shadows traveling.
I've got your trail.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Cover going out.
Poison orb emitting. Poison's off.
Spike down B. Last player standing. Flawless.
Battle out. Battle out.
Welcome to my world.
Bomb buddy out.
Ready and cover going out.
Last player standing.
take it.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
Toxin screen down.
30 seconds left.
I know exactly where you are.
Spike down A. Last player standing. Last round in the half.
You want to survive?
Bring the right gun. Shadows traveling. Unimportant.
Last player standing. Spike down B.
Wait. Oh no, they're all.
Switching sides.
Yes, this should do.
Surprise! There's some
goes there.
casters here. My name is Avinash, North Carolina, coming over from esports at NC State. We're here to cast Tiffin University Dragons, taking on Tamu White. We're here for a friggin' banger. I'm super excited to see this
goes
Tiffin
here.
and Tamu, two storied organizations, upsetting their counterparts in the winner side of the bracket. And though we're starting halfway through map number 1, we're in for a lot of Valorant action. Joining me on the call is Hutaru, also from NC State, and on observing is Tiffin University's very own Redstone. Appreciate you guys for joining me on the cast, and we're gonna get right into map number 1. Half number 2 is we're all tied up at 6-6. Starting off strong for both teams,
Cover going out.
evenly matched as you can possibly be on the first half of split. I hope we're in for a bit of a banger. Both of these teams were very strong in the regular season of NECC, and we're onto the playoffs for a reason. Now, this is a do or die best of 3. Whoever loses this match is out of the NECC playoffs for the spring semester. So, Pressure is on for both of these teams as Tiffin taking on the defensive half on the second half. Taru, what's going to be the key to this Tamu team taking it home?
I think with the amount of initiators that they have, it's the ability to initiate site and being able to bait out as much utility in doing so. And as you see, they're initiating their way onto the B site very well.
Spike down B.
Well, they were at that one point.
Yeah, Mosey making it happen on his own. There is a player directly above him and they'll catch him out, but Jello coming up with the 2K will turn tail as TU will take a commanding first pistol round. Wasn't exactly commanding, but it's good to see. Taking stock of that first half, we're going to see Banana struggling a little bit. Needs to get himself a sparkling water sponsorship. If dunk his face in the ice water if he wants to match the Banana that he already has.
We are not sponsored by Saratoga Springs, by the way.
We are not sponsored.
We definitely should get the sponsorship. Just Saratoga. TU is looking for sponsors right now. Now, save round. Sheriff in the hands of probably
Poison orb emitting.
hoping to do some damage on his end. It's not going to be easy for the Tamu boys to take this second round. Stingers and a Bulldog and a Judge, and I believe, was in the hands of Titans.
There you
It's
go.
actually in the hands of Knight. A hard hill to climb up if you're going to be Tamu White in this situation.
Oh no.
I mean, it's your safe round. You do what you can, and sometimes what you can is get a pick mid.
Oh
Yeah, probably going huge, and Knight is in a great spot to run interference with this Judge, but he'll be forced off with so much utility thrown, and that'll be Mail in Heaven control for the side of Tamu. Jello will trade one back with his Bulldog, and it's still a difficult round, despite getting the first pick. The resources firmly in favor of Tiffin University, and Knight just being such a nuisance from this vent's position. Only a Stinger able to get picked up by the Tejo. And Knight finally gets his first one. Spots two players, and the split, the field goal kicked as winner will secure one back. It's a 3v3, two players taken very low by the Judge of Knight, and Zeptic securing one more frag.
30 seconds left.
Two players rotating towards B main now. Still, only a classic for Winter. So much room for him to make up.
Last player
The Stinger as
standing.
well. Mosey
Spike down.
will close out the round. He won't, but Zeptic, safe pair of hands, will secure it. And that's the force round one by Tiffin University. And they'll secure themselves a bonus as well. First gun round now. What do we need to see from Tamu to turn this around?
I think the things that we saw the first round too, because you see Tiffin's got some good map control. They've got the classic Omen Vipers, so, and even with their Cypher as well, they're able to lock things down. They're able to take control of spaces. But as Tamu needs to be able to take their initiation, you've got the Teo, you've got the Breach, and you've got the Raze. You have a lot of ability to counter that map control.
That's
See
my
some
fault.
real action going on there.
And yes, they can hear me now.
Jello looking for that first engagement, but probably will sit him down. Aggressive from the Cypher player. And that'll be a free A site. Knight with this Bucky could catch out probably. They're gonna pass each other like ships in the night, but probably here's the footsteps. Will take down the Raze, but still so much work to do.
Last player standing.
A Vandal picked up by Hazmat, or by Mosey, will get shut down by the opposing Omen, and that's a clean gun round. Only one player lost,
If they try something.
and only one rifle lost for Tamu. Expected to lose the bonus round, but I was thinking if you're TU, you're hoping to do a little bit more damage there.
It's gonna be. I think you'll see a lot more. You'll see a lot more hurt on the side of TU, specifically because of the Breach Teo. Raze 2 turning that probably entry into a definite. I think we'll see a lot more of that in the coming rounds.
Yeah, probably already with the Showstopper online as well. 20 frags, leading this Tamu White team
Toxins
in their pursuit of a comeback. Like, it's been pretty even for most of the games, so can't really call it a comeback. But he'll satchel directly in the sight. Not even pop the Showstopper. Doesn't even need it. The Vandal rings true as Jello, unable to find any sort of Dragon
Spike
Titans.
planted.
Remains close to the top of sight. Classic in his hands. No gun to speak of. A rock and a hard place if you're Tiffin University. Gonna need some magic if you want to make this retake happen. Or perhaps a mistake from Tamu
Cover
could
going
lead to
out.
something. A one-way for Mosey. Fights. One goes the way of Knight, another the way of Mosey. probably still tucked away on site. Pops the showstopper. A teleport from Mosey.
Last player standing.
Will spot
One enemy
probably
remaining.
for trade. It's a 1 versus 1 situation. Thunder alone. A TP from Mosey, and their time is so low. Thunder just has to walk it up, get the frag, and he'll secure the round. A very, very nice try for the Tiffin University Dragons, but Tamu White will still come out on top and force them down to another half buy. Heartbreaking. Maybe if Titans had a rifle, that round goes a little bit differently. You can see he has enough to purchase the hero rifle this round, but Tamu holding strong. Probably the huge showstopper, taking out one player before getting traded. It was well played by Tamu White.
Big impact too, as you said, towards the retake. You know, they have to make mistakes and slowly start falling apart right until the last pick. So we're gonna see. I think you're gonna see more of the retake, more of the playing back style, waiting for them to make those first mistakes.
And Knight holding this Bucky out again. One will get spotted, and one will drop as probably gets caught out by the Cypher Trip. A huge first pick if you're on this save round for Tiffin University. Still, once again, not an easy round to win. You're down so many rifles, so many resources. Rolling Thunder available for Tamu White as well. Winter. Might be worthwhile to pop it on this round, but if he uses it on A site, there's no one there to get affected. I think we could see a very impressive flood setup here if Tiffin University chooses to go for it. Titans will spot out 2 players here. Zeptic as well. Might get caught out by the stun. There's one pick. Goes the way of the Cypher. And Zeptic falls as well. Viper, while not enough to save them, and Thunder continuing his reign of terror on mid.
Player standing.
It's all going Tamu White. Only probably was the
30
casualty.
seconds left.
As Titans will be left alone. Hero rifle in his hands. He's in a good spot to take a timing, but Winter, watching his angle, will prevent any tomfoolery, and that's going to be Tamu White taking the lead here.
I think this is one of the few instances where you'll see Thunder beat Lightning. Thunder going through mid, being able to get those picks and quietly cascade that throughout the rest of the round too. Raze, Knight getting struck by Thunder behind box, being able to take the space. So
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. 3 ults available for both sides. Game-changing ones for Tamu. With the Armageddon and the Rolling Thunder available, that's a free site take for that team. While Tiffin still has the showstopper to run into any sort of interference. And the Seekers as well, once they get a pick, his Knight will jump the gun and get the first pick. He'll get traded out immediately. And now both players likely heard by the Tamu White guys. Probably. Contacting up towards site as the team will flood in behind him. Zigna could run into this trip. He'll spot it out. Jello will attempt to take a pick. Armageddon popped by Zigna and Jello. Not long for this world. Titans will get a trade back. And it'll be a 3v2 as it's just Titans and Mosey. Zeptic will go down.
Off your feet!
And the Rolling Thunder will be used to secure the round. So much utility being thrown at Titans. Mosey can only stand and watch. He'll find probably a difficult situation. Both players looking at another angle though. A teleport from Mosey will stick for half. But he's triangulated on both sides, and Zigna will jump through. Secure double digits for Tamu White. Despite the pistol and the force going the way of Tiffin, it's been all Tamu on the second half, on the attack side.
Good job for Tiffin for being able to get that first pick mid. I think if you know that Cypher is playing mid every round, if you know that Thunder is going to sit either sewers or market, you might as well take the shot since you know that they have those 2 ults. They did their best to try to play against that, but sometimes you get stuck in a corner. Sometimes, well, Armageddon strikes, and what can you do about that? But
Titans now. Stinger in hand. One of the leaders of this team. Deep into the ranked leaderboard every act. He's been a pillar for them for so long, leading them to a 5-1 regular season and into that second seed in the playoffs. A lot of pressure on this team to continue. I want to remind everyone that every single top-seeded team in NECC this playoff division was upset by their lower-seeded counterparts.
We
So
did get
these
the
are both teams that are meant to be in the upper bracket right now, and they are fighting for their lives in the lowers.
last season. We did get the NECC trophy.
Previous season's trophies still hang in the rafters if you're Tiffin University, but Titans not able to stand the test of time.
It was a tiny little thing. I'm not gonna lie. The trophy looked
Still.
like a pizza cutter.
4 players left alive for TU on their save. Zeptic. Ready to take a fight. He'll get spotted out by
30 seconds
Teo
left.
drone. And there's a TP into backside for the Omen as well. Thunder, though,
Player
will secure
standing.
2 frags. Knight's
Spike planted.
Knight's Bucky will lead to nothing but damage. And now a Marshall for Jello. Won't find a single hit. Zignal secures the flawless. It's 11-8. Tammy White on the verge of closing out this map number 1. Just 2 rounds needed for them.
Yeah, as I was saying at the beginning of the half, it's the ability to initiate, the ability to take the picks and take the spaces. That's what's going to be the game changer here, and that's what it seems to be going to. 5 rounds in a row of either getting the first pick or being able to use utility, get on the site. As much as Tiffin tries to retake, the amount of utility that they have to fight against is too much sometimes. So there's only so much you can do before you have to move on to the next round.
Yeah, Knight taking a couple pot shots. Looking for a little bit of a fight, but won't find anything but a little bit of damage onto himself. Honestly, we're looking at what feels like a little bit of a power creep diff in the comp. You know, the Teo Breach has just been so instrumental in so many levels of play. You get so much site control, so much space control out of it, and can do so much damage to players before you even have to fight. And it feels like this is the new era where Teo Breach is taking over in the sky. Feels like it doesn't have that same level of impact. I'm here to be proven wrong. If I'm Zeptic, I need to make an impact on this sky.
Fire in the hole!
And he's in the right spot to do it, as Knight
Satchel out.
will shut down probably immediately. Showstopper was used as well, so that's a lot of resources already burned by Tiffin University. Zignaw, not wanting to give up this fight,
Enemy remaining.
but Knight
Spike
and
down
Zeptic
A.
clean up for 4
30 seconds
frags.
left.
It's just Hazmat Banana. Completely alone. He's tucked himself into a nice spot, but Zeptic, looking directly at him, will stop the streak and put Tiffin University back on the board. A much-needed round win off of a pretty ridiculous shot from Knight onto probably.
I think they're going to carry that momentum, continue to snuff out that flame of the momentum that they had. Yeah, 5 rounds in a row, nothing. We'll give the next 4. I think that's the mentality that they've got.
20 frags for Knight. He's leading the charge from the front. These entries from both sides have been the lifeblood of both of these teams. We're going to need to see more of that from both duelists. Whoever's going to take this map and probably speaking right to it. Immediately up in vents. Hugely aggressive play will push all of the Tiffin University players out of this male side. It'll give Mosey a free look onto site as well if he chooses to TP. And Jello and Titans choosing to want to retake instead of hold the site strong. Thunder will find the first pick onto Zeptic though. There's a trade back from Knight. But the site already belongs to Tamu White. Once the bomb goes down, 35 seconds and the round will be over.
Satchel out.
Satchel up from Knight as well. He'll find the first onto Hazmat. Titans dropping into hell. So much room to find. It's a high-low setup and it's looking good for Tamu.
One enemy
But it's
remaining.
just the showstopper left. Knight loses his own life. The showstopper so low on HP. 1 bullet for Jello. Doesn't find the 1 tap in Winter. Too scared to swing. 5 HP only on Jello. And Winter toying with his food. will secure
Match point.
12 rounds. A hugely important 1v1, and Knight gotta be kicking himself after that showstopper.
I mean, up until that point, things are going very well. Being able to play with guns and not utility certainly helps when you're playing retake, because they use all of that utility to get on the site, so you don't have that much to play retake. So they're going so well right up until that last moment. So it's possible. It's possible. The vision is still there. I believe that Tiffin can still do it.
Only 3 rounds separates these two teams. And I've seen 3 rounds in a row many a times from these Tiffin boys. All it's going to take is a couple of good momentum building plays. Knight, leading the charge once again, needs to find some sort of value here. The bomb will go down for free. There's not much contest, and now a retake from Tiffin University. The first frag will go to Titans. Knight satcheling into sight with a judge. And Jello has made his way close. But look at the linchpin.
Player standing.
There is one player left. It's Mosey, and he'll get caught out by Thunder. The lurk succeeding from Tamu White, and the first map will go in the favor of the Texans. Tiffin doing their best to keep it up, but Tamu proving to be too strong, and once again we're looking at an upset. The 3rd seed Texas A&M White looking to take out Tiffin University. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be back for map 2 very, very soon. And welcome back to map number 2. Tamu taking a commanding 13-9 lead in map number 1. And we're going to move to Tiffin University's map pick of Haven. And what I see is what I like to see. Very 2025 comp here with the Yoru ISO coming out from Tiffin University. This has been one of their stronger maps. They beat NC State on it as well. And this is a comp that we've seen take over at the highest level of play. Seen teams like Envy take over in the North American Challenger scene. T1 won international tier 1 tournament with it. So hoping to see some of that same success out of Jello and Knight, the duelist duo. Jello taking the meteor role a little bit, going from Cypher over to the ISO. While you can see Tamu going with a very 2024 comp. It's the Breach, Sova, the classic, the regular way, the normal way, the meta comp of 2024, the old way of playing
Even
Haven.
before 2024 too, you used to see this quite a bit.
Yeah, this was
Even before then.
even back in 2023.
One of the more classic comps that you like to see. So it's gonna see. You said is it the new school of thought or the old guard? That's
Yeah,
gonna
the
take
fundamentals versus the heretics, as Tiffin University looking to upset the balance. Down 0-1, facing elimination from this NECC playoffs run. We're gonna need to see Knight and Jello dig deep on these entries and find some form of success.
We've seen this before. We've seen this before where first map doesn't go well, but on that second map with this comp in particular, things will go. Things will go in the way of Tiffin. I have a good feeling about this map for Tiffin. These guys will come up strong. They'll be able to take the right picks in the right space. They'll be a wrap pretty quick, in my opinion.
Yeah, last year's champions of NECC, Tiffin University, of Division 2, I believe. According to the Tiffin University broadcast, the trophy looks like a pizza cutter. So we're hoping to get another pizza cutter if we're Tiffin University, because that was not enough slices. And now Tamu stacked up towards A, but they have quite the welcoming party as there's 4 players
Spike
from
down
Tiffin
A.
here to greet them. Zeptic will find 2 frags as Hazmat finally gets one back. It's still man advantage for Tiffin, and it will force the Tamu players back. Thunder
player
will
standing.
take out Mosey on the flank, but it's just Banana alone. 1 versus 3, and Titans will secure the pistol round. Tiffin starting off very strong.
I think it's a confidence diff for right now. I think Tiffin knows that they're confident on this map with this comp. At least from what I've seen them play, I think that they're pretty confident about their ability to do well in this. I don't think they're sweating at all. I don't think there's gonna be, they'll dig deep naturally. It's not that they have to pull from the deepest, darkest depths. It'll happen.
Yeah. This goes here.
A lot of pressure on Knight and Jello, as I said before, but it also gives them a lot of confidence to be given these agents where a lot of your game plan is to go wild, to start confusing the enemies and run interference. Take these fights with a lot of space, and the judge. Knight and probably so close to each other here. They won't find each other just yet. They can probably hear each other's heartbeats. The Zig and the Breach will find one more. They'll look for one more in Garage.
Cover going
But
out.
Knight finally connects. And that's 2 frags for 3 for Griffin. Titans another. And this Classic's not finding anything.
One enemy remaining.
The judge rings true
Flawless.
as Winter can only watch as his team falls around him. Flawless round for Tiffin University. And they'll get to go in feeling very rich into this round number 3.
I think the name of the game for A&M here will be to try to almost out-confuse what Tiffin has. Because with Tiffin, you have the ability to not only play the mind games, but also just take the raw gunfights. You have your ISO who can just run out, get those picks. Knight being able to just move in between places, and with a judge too, with the notoriously annoying shotguns. just be able to take control of places that would otherwise not be able to take control.
Interesting spot here from Mosey, but he won't find anyone to fight. Knight! It's a lot of damage on her probably, but he'll escape with his life in hand. The Mosey swings out. Spectre finds one frag only. Thunder.
Spike
Deep
planted.
lurk for the Cypher. Yellow has to find success, and he won't find anything.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Just Zeptic? Probably. Probably took so much damage earlier, but it doesn't matter. Titans feeling the pressure with the Marshall. First round for Texas A&M is they'll win their gun round, but it was an expensive one. You can see 3 players likely forced to save here.
You can see the op from Knight on the other side too. They'll have to be worried about that as well. Have to play very carefully with that too. Make better use of the breach, being able to flash and stun off that op.
It's like he's gonna take this aggressive line here. Onto A main. He might get the timing onto Thunder, but Thunder has crept by. But Jello's spam through the cage will be enough to subvert him. Mosey going to be challenged. First spray.
No distraction.
Will collect 1 frag. The gulag for Jello. He'll catch Hazmat. No smokes now. As the ISO will get the shield back.
Player standing.
Turn it into a 3v2, but Zeptic just swinging through the smoke, taking matters into his own hands. Will even recover the op. 3-1 now. As we're going to be forced onto a real save for Tamu University.
Tamu University.
That's my bad. Texas A&M University.
First real save. Again, name of the game for saves is probably going to try to get a hero pick. Probably get that.
Probably. 2 off of the ult. But he won't find anything. The hero rifle.
Spike down A.
Not enough.
One enemy
Septic
remaining.
swings into 3 and collects 3. Light work round for Tiffin University as they will shut down any hope that Tamu had for a momentum stoppage. Only 1 round on the board for Tamu White. Hazmat leading the charge with 4 frags, but it's not enough. Is Tamu starting to really build up an economy? Mosey and Titans both with 5k in the bank. They're gonna have this for a long time, Hikaru.
They'll have it for at least another couple of rounds, and not enough time for them to be able to capitalize too much off of it. They'll have to make significant changes to the way they're playing in order for any economic disadvantages to start taking it. So every time that they've been trying something, it's either met with, well, a gun when they don't have one, or in this case, I mean, they make the right pick there.
I
They catch
know
the op off guard.
exactly where you are.
Blainstorm online as well for probably means that they have a couple more resources in this round than they did before. The first pick, Knight getting caught out with the operator, Thunder. It's been so important, but he's not watching for the swing. Mosey. So huge. We'll spot 2 more players, but Winter will get the better of him. The B site completely laid bare for Tamu if they choose to go there. Winter will pop the Rolling Thunder on the sea, but he won't catch anything. Titans was in a great spot. He won't find any success. Zeptic will pop the Hunter's Fury as well. 1 tag,
Player standing.
but the frags are going the way of Tamu. Probably will pick up the op as well. Zeptic has been so sharp already. But still, a lot of work to do. So aggressive, and he won't see the other player in garage. Hazmat will clean it up. And Tamu will stop the bleeding. 2-4 now. They'll bring it back into a little bit closer of a matchup.
Thunder with the crucial pick at the beginning of the round to get off the up. Now, at least Tiffin won't have the up, but they'll still have to play without the Cypher, without the Cypher's knowledge of where everyone is, which is still a critical component of how they're having to play this. They knew where everybody was, they knew how they could take those picks, but they don't have that anymore, so They'll have to try to find some way to do something similar.
Probably getting spotted out by the dart. No picks early on in this round, but Knight has gone very aggressive up mid. He'll find 2 frags with his deep lurk and teleport the hell out of dodge. Huge plays from Knight, and the neural theft will get popped as well. So this A take is very seen by Tiffin versus Septic and Jello being challenged here. Makes it to the top of sight. He'll finally get cut down. 1v2 now. Jello with the shields will secure 3 frags and put Tiffin at 5 rounds to 2. Despite Temu's best efforts to make it back into this half, he just cannot string 2 rounds together.
I mean, it's quite unfortunate if you're Temu to get off guard by the Yoru, and then just the Yoru's ability just to get out to the other side of the map too, so you have no idea where he is. Could be on B, could be on C, could be anywhere. I think they're taking good advantage of that, being able to take the aggressive picks, being able to play in unconventional spots, and just move or keep shooting.
Just Fury and the From the Shadows available for Temu. But on a save round like this, you don't want to burn that many resources if you don't have to. Maybe if we get into a deep post-plan scenario, but we still have 3 ults available for TU as well. From the Shadows of their own. Dimensional Drift and the Gulag for Jello. Titans will find the first frag in the winter. Not a ton of resistance to be found just yet. They'll take a little bit of damage, but he'll cross over to the left side. Hazmat, very open to the elements. As Titans will put 3 on the round.
1 enemy remaining.
Almost awkward for
Spike
Mosey.
down.
Thunder walks up to
Flawless.
him with the classic, but Zeptic will end it off. And 6-2, they'll secure an even half and go for more. The money's still so strong for Tiffin University. As we'll finally get another rifle round for Tanu.
I think this one it's a safe round. It's gun diff. I think the real test now will be on is this their 3rd real gun round? I think the 3rd test to see if they can counter the strats will be right now. Is that, are you able to get the first picks that you need, or are you able to bamboozle them beyond belief and then be able to hold it down?
Questions to be answered as Knight goes aggressive. Looks for 2 as he'll readjust the spray. Jello will take Zigna into another dimension. He will win the fight, but a lot of space has still been gained. Zigna almost caught between a rock and a hard place on the spawn.
Fake teleport.
4v3, Dimensional Drift and the From the Shadow still available as Thunder has lurked his way up A. There is a cam, and Zeptic will fall to winter as well. Despite Knight's heroics, this round is still even between both teams. Mosey will make it to the site. Bomb will go down.
Spike planted.
Choosing not to teleport just yet. Drone will tag him, and Knight will spot out 2 players so far. Titans. Beautiful shots to follow up the Dimensional
1
Drift.
enemy remaining.
Another flick from
Last
Knight.
player standing.
It's just Zigna, 1v1. Titans taps. Hunter's Fury available.
Nowhere to run!
Ult will get used. 1 more tap. And it'll get thrown off. Half by Titans.
This is no problem.
And he'll secure it! The headshot onto Zigna, beautifully played by the sniper. Their best efforts from Tiffin University, but no from Tamu, but no cigars. Tiffin will stamp 7 on the board. Massive from the Cypher to secure out the round.
Being able to take control of that space was critical as well, forcing them onto A, and then playing that retake the way they
This
did.
is a nice spot.
It's got to be both a bank breaker as well as a mental breaker too, where you had the opportunity, you left it to 1v1, and Titan just played that perfectly.
Yeah, huge credit to Tamu on that round to make it back after losing the first 2 picks in the fashion that they did. But Tiffin just feels like they have plot armor on this map so far. Knight has been so good in these early rounds. Found so many picks and He's looking for more again, and he's gonna catch out Thunders. He's gonna look for more, and he only finds one, probably. Thanking his lucky stars. Thunder losing his life early on. Bello looking for more as well. Probably took so much damage in that early fight. And he'll find another Titans. Doesn't manage to slip behind the cage in time. No check on Jello. Two
Spike
frags
down,
going the
B.
way of the ISO. It's so close.
Spike planted.
But the bomb will go down, and we can take a moment to breathe. Zeptic looking for any sort of information. The drone will get blinded. I don't think Banana got spotted. The flash is good though.
Last
TP
player
up.
standing.
Probably
One
will
enemy
spot him
remaining.
out. 1v1. Zeptic has been sharp this game, but he has no idea where Banana is, and he will be right behind him. Nothing personnel, kid. Zeptic not able to secure any more of that plot armor. It'll be 7-3. A 7-5 half isn't awful if you're Tamu on the defense. Or on the offense, sorry. But you'd like to see a little bit more than that. Still a bit of a bank for Tiffin.
But yeah, at some point, it is an uphill battle that you have to climb. Ever since it hit 6th, you had to mentally prepare yourself to put in more effort. But they're trying their best now. It was well played.
Get out of my way.
Being able to get the picks even on low HP. And you're getting the first pick to take A side now.
As Matt eating up these players unpeeled. It's a free site, as Titans can only sit and watch.
Spike planted.
He won't even watch. He has no vision of the site. Smoked off. This is looking like the first save of the map. As Mosey and Titans don't even want to go at it.
Economy a little bit on the tighter side now for Tiffin. Not a bad idea to save. But Tamu cascading those picks on the site. I think they're feeling the pressure now. They're feeling that they need to get more aggressive. So those last few rounds, every turn has been quite slow. They've either tried to walk up someplace or, try to get that first pick slow. But I think now you'll see for the next couple of rounds here, for the last remaining 2 rounds, you'll see some more. I think you'll see more action. I think you'll see more aggression towards areas of the map that you didn't see previously, and hopefully that puts them in a better position to start out the
Last
attack.
round before the switch.
Super fast round from Tamu, and it showed their confidence on some of these entries. We know what this team is capable of. We know that they can shoot like that. They just have needed to shoot like that for the entire half in order to make this even. Tiffin on a full buy except for Zeptic on the Ares. 2 ults available for them, 2 ults available for Tamu. Thunder 1 off of the neural theft as well.
Tiffin stacked towards B and attempt to try to take mid.
Oh, great dart. As Zeptic looking for some sort of pressure. But no dice. They're all on the other side of the map. As now 3 players will creep towards that C side. Knight and Thunder close to each other. Does Knight get checked here?
Tripwire destroyed.
Looks like yes.
Cover going
As the
out.
rolling Thunder gets plopped onto C. Probably already entered onto site. And he'll find the first frag onto Jello. The ISO doesn't even get to use his ult this
Spike
round.
planted.
Thunder in a great spot right now to try to take out these remaining defenders.
This is so hard because they know about Thunder's position. They know he's somewhere over there.
Last player
They
standing.
have to fight the players on site, and it's just Zeptic. 1v2 now as Thunder has rejoined his teammate. Neural Theft will reveal both their positions, but Thunder, as soon as he heard the sound cue through the cage, he knows exactly where Zeptic is going to be, and they'll turn it into a 7-5. A respectable half from Tamu as they started off pretty weak. But 3 rounds in a row to close it out is a good way to start making their way back into this game. Only 2 rounds deficit. If they can win this pistol, they'll be set up to tie it, and then set up to take back control of Haven. Their map pick, after all. Or sorry, Tiffin's map pick.
This is very manageable. I think we've all been in situations like this before. It's not the sided map that you think it is, but it's very much you play correctly, you play confidently, you can get it back. So he could get it back pretty well, and I think Tem was starting to do that too. 3 rounds in a row. Hopefully they can keep up that momentum into the attacking half
This goes
and
here.
convert those rounds and from a 2-round
Revealing
loss
area.
into something, well, more than a deficit.
We'll get immediately shot out. Zeptic. Sorry, that's Zigna looking for an engagement. Him and probably fucked up on the A site
Shadows
together.
traveling.
But it looks like B is going to be the target for Tiffin University. No entry just yet, as both duelists not committed with the team. Thunder about to be challenged. Smoke will go down. There's no spray. Does he drop? He'll be so aggressive if he does. He'll let them all pass, but no, he's coming back for second. Yellow taking out Hazmat on sight. Thunder, his patience is rewarded, but the sight is lost and they're still down a man. Knight taking damage, but he's in a strong position, and Jello still has a shield online as well. As I say,
Last player
doesn't
standing.
matter. And Zig loses his life. It's just probably alone, and he has so much to face. This incredibly strong crossfire. And you won't even find one. Zeptic securing another pistol round, extending their lead to 3
We are
rounds.
strong because we are together. Don't forget that.
Going into the bonus, hopefully retaining as many guns as they can. The more round leads, the more round wins, the better, obviously. But Tamu has to try something aggressive here to take this round. They're probably it's not wise from the bio, but playing a little differently, seeing
them
if they
cornered.
can take what would normally be an easy round for Tiffin and see if he can
Standing
make it a little
ahead.
harder.
Looks like it's going to be a pick attempt from probably. He has the sheriff, and he might run into something big here. He'll find the first. We're stuck on the observer POV. But that's a huge first pick, as he'll manage to dash out as well. No ground gain by Tamu. Jello will walk up. Titans will trade one back. Thunder huge on the lurk.
Last player
Zeptic.
standing.
Taken out.
Been sharp. It's just him alone now.
One enemy
Probably.
remaining.
3 gone.
Not long for this world. And Zeptic only has to fight a classic. If Thunder can pick up a gun, it'll be a
Fight
different
planted.
story.
Revealing
But the
area.
timing might not be good. It's just a Cypher, but Zeptic,
Good thing I was with you. Yes.
safe pair of hands, will close out the round. And pick up the rifle as well. Whew. Sigh of relief if you're Tiffin University.
It's not a sign of relief, but you're also looking at how many guns you lost there too. You still retained a couple rifles, but you've got everyone else either on a sheriff or on something not nearly as powerful. So have a better chance. They did make that last round hard. They might make this one even harder.
Yeah, gonna be a pretty true bonus round for the side of Tiffin University. A Bucky in the hands of Knight, as he'll walk his way up and find Hazmat. Get a Phantom for his troubles as well. Not the way you want to start the round if you're Tamu. But the shock dart is good from Zeptic, and so much damage onto these backside players. 2 down. Or
My ult is
Tiffin.
ready.
Zeptic finds another.
Last player standing.
The winter has been so sharp. Trade onto Knight, and then perhaps one more, but Zigna creates the crossfire and secures the round. Tamu doesn't allow the bonus to be converted. You're not mad if you're Tiff and you still took down 2 players, took down 2 rifles, and had a pretty good shot at it. Bomb went down as well, so even more money in the bank. But you would have liked a round win. And now, a true test for both teams, as it'll be the first true rifle round. You know what? It won't even be a true rifle round. There's a Spectre. I lied. It wasn't a Spectre. True rifle round for both teams. Regen armor for 2 players, but as good of loadouts as you're probably going to get from both of these teams. Maybe see an op at some point from he'll probably have to build up a bank for it.
Often just stick with the rifle is a smart choice. You can take certain, at least for right now, you're able to take some of these angles that can help your team win the rounds now. Saving for later might be a bit
Spike
of a
down
risk.
mid.
Might not be the smart
me.
The aggression doesn't pay off for probably. Jello now. Looking for Hazmat, and he'll win the fight. Shield as well.
Contract complete.
Will get popped. 3v2 now. Tiffin has a lot of momentum in this round. Thunder going back to his utility on C, and he'll be met with 3 players. They hear
player
him, they'll
standing.
spot all 3! And it just won't be enough. It's left on to Zigna. Completely alone, no ult. Has a
Spike
recon
planted.
bolt and a shock dart. 1 frag and he gets the Hunter's Fury, but do you even want to use it in this situation? His money's not good as well. Looks like he's gonna opt towards the save.
I think he just checked his bank account as you said that, like, ooh, I only have 100 credits. If it's over for me now, what, do I take the extra 1,000 and hopefully get my, I can get my utility back, buy up shields, or take the 1,900 save with your team? And I think the answer to this one is you sit at heaven and hope that none of them hunt you before you can get hunted. Which is ironic for Sova.
Yeah, Zigna's on his ice soup week of his bi-weekly paycheck. He's gonna need a little bit more bread if he wants to be able to afford into the next round, so a save it is. No players will get any exits, and we'll move to double digits for Tiffin University. A strong half from them so far.
And from here, with this buy, it'll continue to get stronger. Temu needing to come up strong here, find ways to throw him off guard. They were able to do it a couple times. They were able to do it 3 times in a row towards the end of that half, but the same level of success cannot be said for their defensive side. But things can change. A lot of things can change. We've seen comebacks before. We've seen crazier things happen. So it's definitely possible, albeit it's looking tougher and tougher each round.
A force for Tamu as Winter only has a Bucky for his troubles. But it's looking strong as probably continues his aggression. Finding that first frag. A has just been his playground so far. He's won so many early fights on it. That'll set Tiffin University down a player from the very start of the round. Titans will get spotted out by the spy cam. He'll take out a trip for his troubles, though. And Thunder.
Heal.
Might just be exposed. He'll take a pot shot, and Knight will actually get the frag through the box. Really nice shot out of Yoru. Winter will get spotted out. He'll pick up the rifle, but it's not enough. Winter doesn't stand the test. Shock dart doesn't find any sort of rough from Zigna. We're gonna pretend we didn't see those. Wow, actually, they're gonna back off. 3 players have flooded onto the site, and Knight looking to run interference, but the other 2, Mosey
30
and
seconds
Zeptic,
left.
on the marathon over to A. We'll see if their 5K time can improve. The site's completely theirs. And Knight,
Where?
good for
They weren't
1.
aware.
Spike planted.
Probably now knows that there's a player here. And he'll execute him. But he'll be heard as well. A nice little crossfire here. Does Zigna spot both players? He'll have to jump out. It's a good dash out.
enemy
Both
remaining.
players spotted by
Last
the dart.
player standing.
Zeptic can't stand up as Zigna will get both. He'll carefully jump down to avoid the fall damage death. And Tamu will put themselves back at 7 rounds. Tiffin still needing a little bit of work to close this game out. Their money's not great either, so likely a couple of hero rifles, maybe a save from Zeptic and the boys. Really nicely done by Zigna at the end there.
Very nicely done by both. You saw that retake, the dart and the dash out at the same time is what secured it for him. I'm surprised that Tiffin didn't just go for the site. I think their confidence is what's gotten them these 10 rounds. So I know that it's a smart thing to try to bait out the rotate and then rotate to another site. But if you have, if you had the people you had there and you have the space,
Who's next?
I think you have an equal argument to just take that space and win.
Shot dart.
Knight so aggressive with this dimensional drift.
I know exactly.
Looking to fight. Looking to run interference, but Thunder doesn't get crossed up at all. His ankles are fully intact. Zeptic waiting for the Hunter's Fury, and Mosey on a deep flank with this from the shadows. He will be the knife in the back if he manages to make an impact. Zeptic still available as well. Fake TP from Mosey. They're not looking his way at all. Thunder 3 on the round.
Last player standing.
It's just Mosey alone. And Thunder will make it 4. Does he have enough time? It's so close. Oh my god. 0.4 on the clock as Mosey unsuccessful in his lurk. A miraculous round from Tamu White to put them up at 8.
Clean shots by Thunder as well on the retake. I think this is what I was talking about earlier, needing to switch things up. They're able to play the retakes better. I mean, they're at least the last every round that they've won on defender side has been a retake. Diffuse, diffuse, diffuse. So they'll stick. My guess is that they should stick to more of that. And well, that's assuming that the Jet doesn't get 5 every round with that one-click boomstick I see online.
Titans could be challenged here. Looks like he's going to swing into it. But the off shot will ring wide. As Knight aggressively onto B. Jello will find the first. And a lot of spray will take down Knight. He won't find any success. The rest of Tiffin University leading up his mess. Titans on the lurk. Gets found out.
It's
But
you
Jello
and me.
Zeptic still alive, and Jello will pull Zigna into a 1v1. An aggressive dash on the site from probably gets found out, and it's just Sova versus Sova. Zeptic versus Zigna. They're toying with each other. Running around the Rosie. Pocket full of Posey. Zeptic will come out on top and put them up at 11. Tiffin University stopping any sort of momentum from being built.
Probablys or Spidey senses were tingling, being able to take Titans off on the A side and turn it into a 2v2. And even taking down Jello as well, making it a 2v1, but Zeptic just a little too clean with it, securing the round.
Yeah,
see some more.
Zigna went
I'd like to see some
absolutely
of that same effort from him.
Revealing area.
100%. Aggressive plays again. Knight going so far ahead, but Jello's actually the one getting punished now, probably. Titans will find one back on the lurk into C, and that's actually the C site completely available if they choose to aggress towards it. Hazmat is there to run interference. He's there in garage, and he'll run into Knight most likely, but Titans has made it so far up. Now,
Trick shot.
so aware. They have so much space on this C site and can play so deep into C long.
Cage trigger. No more charges
Titans will back off. It's still a half buy for Tamu. And an aggressive play from the Cypher. He won't find another frag, but Zigna forced to expend so many resources and so much time already wasted by the Dragons. Zigna was almost a hero last round, but he's gonna need to be more than just a hero this round. So deep, all of the Tiffin University players. Winter looking for a fight, but Knight and Zeptic won't give him a fair one. Map point for Tiffin as they are looking to push us to a map number 3, Pearl, right here, right now.
Titans with the walk up, the 3K to start that off. Being able to play in places where they don't expect you. I've seen multiple rounds where either the Yoru or the Cypher were unexpectedly popping up on people's screens, and well, you get sent to spectator mode.
Revealing area.
Probably gets past this start, so he might timing both players. And he's actually just gonna have to pop the dash and get away from the drone. His position found out. Zigna, first frag on tonight. Titans once again in mid. He's been so clean on these lurks. He's won almost every single 1v1 he's had in these situations. Blind used by Mosey and Hazmat. Gets the hell out of Dodge. B site belongs to Tiffin University, but the bomb isn't even there. Mosey isn't successful. Hazmat with a huge fight. Jello now has tucked himself away. Him and Zeptic have to win this fight on their own. Titans looking to be the linchpin. Jello, huge for Titans. Gets it right past the trip. And another one. Titans making his presence known. Zeptic has the Hunter's Fury as well. He doesn't have to do anything. He can let Titans fight first. Zigna taps the bomb, but won't stick. Looking for a half now. The Hunter's Fury tags Zigna once, and he'll be forced to get away.
Enemy remaining.
We'll find the first frag. It's half. And he won't find the second. Tiffin University holds strong. 13-8 will push us to a map number 3. Huge performances from Zeptic and the boys. As we're going to be right back with Pearl right after this short break. Welcome back to map number 3, Pearl, in this NECC lower bracket playoffs between Tamu White and Tiffin University's Dragons varsity squad. Pearl is going to be a bit of a banger. We had strong showing from Tamu on map number 1 split, but a huge comeback in momentum for map number 2, Haven, as Jello and the boys looking to stamp their way through this playoffs and get another crack at one of these other upper bracket teams. NC State already moved on the other side of the lower bracket, but this is looking to be, so far, an upset. I believe it's, I'm gonna check the bracket really quickly. Tiffin, seeded number 2, and Tamu, seeded number 3. So if Tamu takes this one, another upset will befall this NECC Division 2 bracket. What do you think of these comps so far, Hutaru? I see the Yoru locked in for Knight already.
Let's look here. We've got, ooh, this looks interesting. I mean, we've got the Tejo, the Vise. I like to see the Astra. I myself have once used to be an Astra main, so I always love to see Astra on the board. But yet the Vise, I mean, it's almost identical up until you see the Yoru and the Jet. I think that might be the difference maker.
Yeah, difference in playstyles for Knight and probably. But we're going to see which team's ideas about Valorant are going to pay off more as we're loading into map number 3. Remember, this is do or die in NECC. Loser of this map is eliminated from the tournament and will not get another chance at the revered pizza cutter.
I mean, I need a way to cut my pizza. If I got the opportunity to play multiple rounds of Valorant to get a pizza cutter, I would.
Hey man, a win is a win.
Win is a win. But yeah, I mean, the Yoru pick on this map, I like that a lot. I think with this map size, the ability to maneuver yourself between different parts of the site, and even the little corners here too. So many corners where you can flash from, and I think Yoru will have a good amount of success playing this.
Where are you?
Yeah, name of the game for Tiffin is going to be use those flashes, the Vice and the Yoru, to try to entry on the site. But probably doesn't want anything to do with it. This Titan's not long for this pistol round. TP's available for Knight if he wants to get the hell out of Dodge. Vice Wall already tripped by the Yoru clone. And it looks like he'll just back off, wait for the lurk. 4v5 now as the offense has been spread thin.
Fade aware of Astra's presence mid. Almost catches her off guard. Mosey able to get the pick on a hazmat banana mid. Angling towards A, looking back towards B. Looks like Tamu themselves are a little bit spread across.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for that mid player, Mosey. If he's able to find that frag, it's so big.
All missiles away.
I think they hear the stopping, they hear the util. They're angling towards B now. Probably doesn't want to take any chances despite the man.
30 seconds
Ace
left.
here with 3 players. He'll get challenged. Won't find a single frag, just a dink onto Jello. Pico, though, substitute in, making his presence known already. Knight, still strong. The bomb is now
Last
down for
player
Tiffin.
standing.
Jello does not allow probably to have any fun. Pico suppressed. His first test in this series so far is Knight with a deep wraparound. And Pico
Last player standing.
looking the wrong way for Knight. He'll find the first frag on the Jello, but he won't be able to find the clutch. And Tiffin win another pistol round. 2 in a row for them so far.
Jello on generator looking quite firm, being able to take the headshot while on low HP. Critical kill to help secure that. So it helps secure the pistol round. Buying up too. I thought I saw a Vandal there that got converted to a Guardian. Looking for a strong cascade into the next set of rounds.
Yeah, if you're Tiffin,
Tamu.
you really want to be able to snowball this economy. Get some frags with the Stingers, with the Bulldogs, and turn it into a bonus round.
Tamu
But an
looking for the
aggressive
mid.
look from Tamu. 5 players walking up mid. Probably will find nothing. Mosey with 2 with the Bulldog. Zignaw finally puts him down. No guns to be recovered just yet.
One enemy remaining.
Titans strong with this stinger. Winter has a rifle.
Shame.
He'll find the frag, but it's still 1v3. Bomb is on the other side of the map as well. It's all falling apart for
Spike
Tim.
planted.
An aggressive attempt. But Winter likely going to be found out very
One
soon.
suppressed.
Dead is a good
Almost went very poorly for Knight, but being able to secure that pick. 2 kills for
here.
Tamu. Not a bad mid look.
Yeah, it was a good attempt. I like the idea. Zignaw had to be the one to finally take out one, but it wasn't enough. Mosey held strong with his Bulldog, and this will be a bonus round. 5 rifles in the hands of the Tamu players. A Guardian for probably is he forced up just a little bit last round. Wants the armor instead of the rifle.
Like a contentious bonus round for Tiffin. You still have 3 very workable rifles. High possibility of being able to take up at least some amount of space, and I mean, pretty much running right into Art. The contesting A main as well, looking towards A, fighting the jet. Probably secures the kill. Man,
Zaptic picking a field goal between 2 players. Knight finally makes his presence known and takes one out, but Jello about to get backstabbed here. Frag not there for Hazmat, so it's still okay for Jello. He'll find one on the probably. Prowler will see him. And now Knight trying to run some interference. Jello doesn't make it out. Just Knight on 20 HP and 25 armor with the regen shields. So much to do in this round. Bomb not in his hands. Pico full HP with a Phantom as well.
positioning too, everyone's a bit isolated. You can say, I mean, assuming that, you know, Hazmat didn't get the pick, you're able to take the ones there without being able to be easily traded. That could have gone quite wrong for Tamu. But luckily they were able to, with the low HP and with their current weaponry, round was secured. How many did they lose? They only lost 1, right? 1 or 2.
Yeah. All's well that ends well for Tamu White. As they'll put themselves on the board. 1 round now. And they'll get another rifle round in the mix, it looks like. Only losing 2 players on that last round. But Tiffin on a rifle round of their own. 5 rifles for all players. Zeptic and Winter trading. At the beginning of this round, 4v4 is always 1v1s always tend to favor the attacker's side. You just get to
Missiles away.
spread the map a little bit more.
Ammunition.
Ice wall hasn't been triggered just yet. Jello will get split off from his team.
You are divided.
Cosmic Divide. Used by Tiffin. Dash forward from probably, it's aggressive! But the bomb will still go down. As Armageddon, used by Pico, Jello,
Drone going
advancing
out.
forward to make it out. Still,
Player standing.
This is
utility and frags going the way of Tamu. Jello will only find 1 consolation prize and he'll burn the Armageddon and the round will still go the way of Tamu White. Probably going huge to take that space, and the teams,
Defend this place, soon.
all the frags just went the way of Tamu. And it looks like Pico, after being subbed in that last game, is starting to make an impact right away.
Cosmic Divide, it's always a double-edged sword, because on one hand, well, you're able to take that space freely, but as you saw there, probably peeking through the wall, almost getting the fade, giving them a much better position for the retake, and with where the spike was planted,
That should
it's a little bit more of a gamble than it would otherwise be if everyone either played long or played the old. Boy, very well played by Tamu. Peeking out B long. Hoping to get a pick onto Zignaw. Nothing found yet. Knight trying to take the space. Seek out Zignaw in the form. Stuck him in CT. gets the pick right under heaven. Landing near Jen in a very good spot right now. They're holding from back for the mid. Pinched. Do they know about the 2 flank? I think now they do. Probably. Isolated. Zeptic needing to take...
Probably.
Last player standing.
And Winter combining for 3 with Pico, and it just goes all the way. As soon as push comes to shove in these late rounds, it's all Tamu. As they'll light up the scoreboard white and take the lead on this Pearl map number 3 decider.
It's
It's looking good for the Tamu boys.
It's looking a lot like Split. On the Split, they were going up against the same kinds of utility. They're going up against the flashes, the Tejo. I think the utility is going to be a little different on this map, but they're playing very similarly. They're waiting for them to take the site, and then they're playing a very coordinated retake. They're not allowing for as many of the first picks, and even if they are, quickly trading that out, making it an even either 3v3 or 4v4 retake, and methodically and surgically taking them out one by one until there's only the spike left.
Thorns activated. Take hold.
Early round.
Spike
Tiffin
down, mid.
looking for probably. And he's looking for them too. They'll get traded out as Pico comes out on top of the exchange at the end.
Concealment.
And these early frags just going the way of
I have the
Tamu.
spike.
And just like that, Tiffin, just Zeptic and Mosey left alive, left in a rock and a hard place here. They have the spike,
Concealment.
but triangulated on all sides. His Hazmat will creep up towards A main and take this space away. The smart move to pause, but just like, where can you go from here?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of angles to watch from here. They could be behind you. They could be in link. You know that there's at least one person on each side of the map. So realistically, you just have to play together. You try to get those ones. Since they know there's at least one on each site, the question is which site will they try to go for? And well, everyone's very well positioned, watching all the common angles. So
30 seconds
it's
left.
very much a case of get in, get the spike down, and then play the aggressive post plan. But I don't know if they'll get the chance to. Zigna watching heaven. Might catch him off guard. Does not.
Huge from
Player
Zeptic.
standing. Spike planted.
But Mosey, not long for this world. It's just Zeptic. He was so sharp on Haven, on the Sova. But he has 3 players to face. And 2
Got the
ultimates if Tamu so chooses to use them. Zeptic has the Nightfall of his own. He gets a pick, he might pop it here. First frag going his way, the second. No dice as Hazmat cleans it up. That'll be 4-2 for Tamu. Attempted heroics from Tiffin, but it's not enough. This Pico will allow them to recover the up.
I lived a good life. You see?
Secure
I
the
can play by the
defuse.
book
Still
from
plenty of
to
time left on the clock. 4-2.
We can stand around all day talking about killing them, or we just do it.
Well played by Tamu once again. Tiffin having a bit of trouble trying to take some of the space because they're able to take the space, but they're not able to keep it in many instances. As you've seen, they're able to take the site. They're able to get the spike down in 3 of their attacking rounds, but all 3 times they've gotten a retake. So they've gotten retook. So it's going to have to be a shift in strategy somehow. How will they keep their space that they've taken, or how will they just eliminate everyone before they need to do that?
Well, it starts with not losing the picks early on, and Knight looking for an aggressive fight into Winter. He has a crossfire here to play around, as the Vice Wall will get popped as well. Good utility burned by the Yoru early on. Probably, though, looking for this aggressive angle. Titans could get caught out. Such a strong position for the duelist. And up. Going to go wide.
Not ready yet.
Titans gets away by the skin of his teeth. In a slower round. Aggression not quite there for Tiffin, but they'll swing in to 2 players. Zigna loses his life immediately. Hazmat and Winter pushed off by the salvos. And Tiffin Houdini away like thieves in the
Bring them
night.
down.
They'll turn their sights towards the A site. There's 2 Astro Stars available for them here.
30 seconds left.
For the side of Tamu, but their Astra's dead. Steel Garden will get popped instead. Knight alone on site. Ozzy will lose his life. Jello will trade him out on Pico. Now the bomb must go down. 4v3.
10 seconds left.
An attempt at a
Spike
retake
planted.
from Tamu. Probably has dropped the op in favor of the rifle. Nightfall. Popped by Zig.
One enemy
Hazmat
remaining.
will lose his life. Titans and Zeptic combined for 2, probably. Left alone. Titans and
Last
Zigna.
player standing.
For Zeptic. We'll close it out. Stop the bleeding. Stop any momentum. That was 3 rounds in a row for Tamu. But no more, as Tiffin says. We're going to stop here. 4 rounds in a row. My bad.
It's only a 1-round deficit. I think the 2 pistol rounds they're really helping with their padding too. So it's not nearly as much of an uphill battle. It could be. They could be 7-0 right now, or even big. It could be an even bigger lead. Or 7-0 is the biggest you can get right now. But you get my point. You get my point. It could be worse than it is right now, and they're able to keep it close too. It's not like they're getting instantly, tapped out of the ground. These are real rounds with real fights
here.
happening.
Knight in the ultimate will spot out some players. Hazmat gets spotted out by the eye as well. And aggressive is Knight with this judge. He has to be.
Here.
And this is so space clean by the Yoru. The Armageddon will get popped. But the judge rings true. Guardian picked up for Knight. He'll turn it into 3 frags and a flawless for Tiffin. Masterful take on the site and great use of the dimensional drift to get up in their faces. There's nothing Tamu can do in that situation.
In that scenario, you just have to submit your verdict to the judge. The judge will always have that opinion against you. That is almost an unwinnable scenario. You get up in your face, you just get double flashed, it's over for you. Especially with that ult combination as well, pushing them right into you. There's nothing you can do about that. Excellent space taking.
Yeah, really nicely cooked up by Tiffin University. Really good use of the dual ults, and they'll secure them a flawless round for their troubles. Aggressive play from Tamu in mid as they'll chase down Mosey on the other side. Probably will find 2 with his Blade Storm. Winter, another, making it a 2v4. Zeptic has to stand here against so many players. He'll find the first, while Knight has another, and the sharpness of Zeptic cannot be understated. It's just Hazmat alone. And Knight will get to regroup with his teammate here. Prowler available, and Eye available in 8 seconds. But still, 2 players to find, and they're tucked up in such beautiful spots. And Knight causing even more confusion. Was it a fake TP? Was it real? Zeptic just gets to sit up top, and Knight getting caught with his pants down a little bit.
We'll catch them.
Zeptic. Good
Where
use.
are
The suck. But Zeptic. So sharp this round. 2 frags earlier. Closes it out to give Tiffin University the lead once again. Beautifully done by this Fade. He's looked so good these last 2 maps.
I'm looking at a bigger scale here. I'm liking how close these rounds are. Doesn't really matter what the guns are. It's always a nice fight too. Probably being able to get 2 kills with knives, what would otherwise be a harder to win round. That was one of their economy rounds, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, turning rounds that would otherwise seem dim, giving them glimpses of hope, and sometimes it doesn't go your way, but we've seen it go their way before.
No aggression here as they're on a save round. Probably is tucked up with Zigna. A double face here would be incredibly strong. I wonder if Knight is ready for it. Slung will get shot. Hazmat contested a little bit, but no damage done by either team just yet. Ring group towards B might be the play. But there's still a ton of Vice utility here as well. Both Thorns, the Flash, an Astra Star for their troubles. A lot of mid presence from Tamu.
Recovering it.
TP away from Knight to make it back towards his team. Didn't quite make his presence known on B, but it matters not. They still have a ton of space to take A here. But a flood attempt from Zignaw could be problematic for Tiffin. Nico will get spotted. Zignaw is still so close by and probably will find the first frag. Probably a second frag as well. Knight and Mosey trading back. It's just Pico and Titans. Or Winter will secure the round. Mosey, not long for this world. Chaos ensues, and Tamu will come out on top.
Neck and neck here as we approach the end of the first half. I'm wondering how this will affect them going into the next half too. You're on even footing. I'm not even thinking that one comp is more attack. I think they're both pretty evenly slated for both attack and defense. So this makes a lot of sense. They're playing really well. They're playing like it's a do or die. And I think we'll continue to see that going into this round too.
Who's next?
Dimensional Drift popped on the other side of the map by Knight. He's gonna make a lot of noise, try to see if he can draw some sort of rotate over. Looks like there's 3 players here. He does have the judge. Just probably running interference on the other side. He'll find the first on the Titans and a second on the Mosey. The gambit fails by Knight, as probably puts the team on his back and gives them a 2-frag lead. The stun from Pico will take Knight out, and the plan has fallen apart for Tiffin University. It's just Jello and Zeptic alone, looking for a miracle, looking for some sort of mistake to bring themselves back into this round. So far away from any ults. Both of them have rifles, and honestly, if they try to push this site, there's only 2 players to run interference, but perhaps a save is in order. 33 seconds.
30 seconds left.
Money's not great for Tamu, but I don't think it's great for the side of Tiffin either. And it looks like they'll
chill. They've
sit
got
on that egg.
Every angle. Yeah, they've got angles for everything. So I think they'll just have to save. If they take any fights, it's over for them. Better for them to save their money for the next round as well. More cynic way. Kill death.
Yeah, Ice Soup for Zeptic. He's broke. Through college student experience on this last round of the first half of Pearl.
I'm willing to be soup kitchen here. I'll make everyone ramen right now. I've got packets of it right next to me. I'm very hungry right now.
What does Tiffin need to change here in order to close out this last round and turn it into an even half?
I'm thinking
we've seen them get on site. We've seen them lose the retakes, you know?
They just got to stand firm. They got to be confident in their ability to get on the site. They have to just not... They just have to hold strong there. I think every time that they've lost, because they ended up getting picked off in angles where they didn't feel as confident on the site take. So it's being confident to start and then staying confident even as the retake happens.
Aggressive look from probably in Winter here. Probably his aggression doesn't pay off. Zignaw still in a great spot to try to find something. He'll get spotted out actually. Won't take any damage through the wall, but the Vice Wall will slow everything down. The Cosmic Divide was committed already as well. This is a lot of resources burned by the side of Tiffin. Pico will find the first frag back. Taking a lot of damage on this round.
All missiles away.
Salvos trying to clear out that backside position, but Winter doesn't need to move at all. Mosey will pick up the Guardian off of Knight's body, and they'll back off. Successful sight hold from Tamu.
Pico with the foresight to rotate. You got 3 people playing towards B. Can't take the chance of them just running away and trying to go A.
30 seconds left.
I think with 3 people on site, that's more than enough for them to hold. The question is, can they do it again? Can they do it a second time in the same round?
Gonna be a re-hit from Tiffin, but Winter
Spike down B.
punishes Titans for
player
not
standing.
shooting the eye. Zigna and Winter, the anchor, just too strong on this site. Zeptic not able to stand up to the shorty as Zigna will secure 3 on the round
Missiles away.
and put Tamu up
Switching
7-5. Great first half from Tamu White.
Great first half from both teams. It's a very competitive game, going back and forth, and one team almost edging each other out for who can take those last few picks or the last bit of time left in the round. I'm looking to see something similar here because it's you win a few in a row and then the momentum changes. You see the momentum flip-flop throughout the half. I'm not sure if it'll stay the same. I think Knight might start cooking up a little differently on the defensive side. Might.
Yeah, lack of timeouts from both teams means that both teams just want to stay in the game, stay in the zone, and not slow things down. Not dwell too much. Rely on their instincts. Rely on their individual abilities.
Thorns are alive.
What always seems to shine through in these collegiate matches is individuals, the hero plays, the clutches, the aim. It's what makes collegiate esports so exciting.
Keep in
Now on
mind
the
that we have-
second half, this final half of this quarterfinal in the lower bracket of NECC, we start on a slow round with Tamu on the attack and Tiffin on the defense. We'll look towards mid as Mosey will be the first to be challenged, but he won't even attempt it. He'll give Jello the opportunity to drone and back right off.
Drone is down.
No commitment yet from Tamu, as probably still hasn't expended his dash. It's a strong crossfire from Jello and from Mosey. They won't find anything. It's probably finding the first frag. 3 players to be challenged on site as Knight is the first to fall. Titans trades one back and Zeptic,
One enemy
sharp as he's
remaining.
been,
Last player standing.
will turn
Spike
it into a
down
1v1. Mosey versus Probably, and Probably
I
is
got the
looking
spike.
worse for wear in the HP department. Doesn't have any idea where Mosey is, and the timing could be great for the Astra, could be even better for the Jet. And probably looking the wrong way. Too many angles for Mosey to be able to come from. And Tiffin secures a third round in a row. 1 round deficit for the Dragons, as these Aggies are within grasping reach.
I should probably place some stars in the astral plane.
I think if it's one thing I'm seeing is that the buy-up is not always a guarantee. I think with the Outlaw might be a different story, but with the Bulldogs and the Marshall, I'm even thinking here with that Stinger too, or now the Sheriff, it's gonna be a lot more contentious. So try to get those first pick, at least looking through double doors, hopefully seeing if there's anything that could happen there.
Knight will get challenged in mid with the Outlaw. As the Sheriff will probably immediately taken down. They find no success with that investment. They'll pick it up and go for another. It's already 4v5 for the attackers. Make it 3. The Sheriff will get recovered again. Still yet to find anything. Knight. Looking so sharp.
One enemy
Another
remaining.
frag for him, and the Marshal, the scoped weapons, just running rampant over Tamu. And they'll tie it up at 7-7. The Outlaw looking strong in Knight's hands.
That Outlaw going into this round in particular will be very helpful because at this point it's just it's an op 0.9 of an op pretty much. It's like the beta release right before an op is kind of what it feels like. It's almost there in terms of damage. It's certainly a threat, even if it doesn't get the pick. It's certainly a threat that the Outlaw is there because all it takes is a second click. Those clicks can come very quickly, or if not, it's pepper damage for the remaining combatant.
Important thing to note, everyone but Zigna was able to afford rifles and full shields, and Zigna, knowing the Outlaw was still out in play, choosing to go with the Guardian so he can afford that full armor, doesn't get one shot by Knight's mini boomstick. A is the look, and Knight is nowhere to be seen. There's a lurk up in mid from Winter. The rest of Tamu poised towards this A site. Looking to challenge Septic and Jello. Nothing found just yet. It's a good drone to spot out 3 players. Jello has the world against him right now.
Light munition.
I will come out. Won't find any success. Hazmat gets away with his life as Jello. Not good timing on the swing. 2 frags. Going the way of
30
Tamu.
seconds left.
Titans with another.
One enemy
Scoped
remaining.
weapon still looking strong.
Down A.
1v3 for Winter. He'll find the first, but Septic closes out this bonus round. 8-7, 3 in a row for Tiffin as he'll take the lead. Tamu back to the drawing board on this defensive attacking, or on this attacking half.
I think this is where the momentum really starts to build up here. You have the baby boomstick coming from your flowers. Imagine getting hit with both the Marshall and the Outlaw in the same round. Gotta be painful. Gotta set, and then it's setting them back, not only in terms of rounds too, but they're having to play with sheriffs and stingers. Almost rethinking how they have to play the game right now.
And the Outlaw's still online for Knight. So with these low armor buys from Tamu, he's going to be able to continue to run rampant. We've seen it have so much prevalence in competitive play recently. And Knight, following the meta to a T, Mosey, securing the first frag. Winter, that won't be there for the post-plant situation. That Vice hugely important. And his ability to stall these rounds out. It's still looking decent.
One enemy remaining.
Tamu,
Last player standing.
I got the spike.
Spike down
who
A.
probably in hazmat, will bring this into 1v1 and
Not
probably
ready yet.
knows of Titan's position. He'll take the
Not
bump
ready yet.
and get the hell out of dodge.
Not
He'll make
ready
it all the
yet.
way back to B.
Not ready yet.
Find won't find
Safe.
probably his
planted.
position,
My
and
ult's
he's
ready.
going to get to play post plant wherever he wants.
I think both of them were trying to play the mind games on each other. Titans thinking that it was a fake runaway, sticking sight. Now here's that it has to be towards B. Titans
Already
making a lot of
so
noise.
much time wasted by probably Titans. Barely any time to try to find this dub on the round. And the footsteps will be heard. Probably swinging out. But time wasted beautifully by the duelist. And he'll turn it into a round win. 9-8. He'll lose his life. Or sorry, 8-8. Ties it back up. He'll lose his life, but a round win is a round win
Thanks.
for Tamu White.
Every time I say something about a buy, I have to eat my words. It doesn't matter what everyone buys. They're going to rethink. They're going to play smarter. They're going to play around the weapons they have, and they played that beautifully.
We've seen consistently in these chaotic fights that Tamu is coming out on top. The way that they play these little skirmishes, they play off of each other's utility, and they play off each other's swings is beautiful. And it's why they won so many retake rounds in the first half as well. They thrive in the late round chaos.
Knight having to be sent back all the way to spawn a B could have been a great opportunity, but they're playing it slow. They don't want to get caught off guard by anything.
No early aggression other than Knight from Tiffin. They're content to hold back and let Tamu come to them. And honestly, it's working pretty well. Hazmat will pop the Vice Wall. Probably will almost expose his head to Knight. It was a sharp angle. He got that shot, it would have been absolutely ridiculous.
Get out of my way.
One player will get found out. Winter in mid on the lurk. Nico will pop his ultimate as well. But probably is the first to fall. There is one player directly below Knight. No, there isn't. It's his teammate.
30 seconds left.
Tamu forced to make it to the other side of the map, but look at how far up Winter has made it. But Zeptic will find him out. Great use of the Prowler to prevent the Lurk from having a ton of impact.
All missiles away.
Tiffin has great timing on this retake if they can manage to take
10
one.
seconds left.
Pico trades out on the Jello. Zeptic back on the Winter.
Spike planted.
Zeptic, another. Still so sharp from the fade.
One enemy remaining.
Knight and Titans left alone. It's just Pico.
Last player standing.
Subbing in, 1v2, and he'll find it! Both frags going the way of the Tejo. And Tiffin does not get to take the lead back. A huge play. And the player that hasn't really had a chance to warm up in this game. He's only had this map number 3, and he is performing. Second on the scoreboard for Pico. He is making a name for himself in this game.
Right, those last 2 kills, you see that they're taking the ones there. Giving Pico the opportunity to take those ones was in fact a mistake. Led to the round loss, and I think now they'll try to play more towards each other. You see there's 2 towards A main, playing with cheeky guns. 2 towards mid as well, not taking any chances. Vi's gonna force a bit alone on B. They're just gonna let Say there play back. And they get the pick mid with that. They get 2 picks mid.
Face your fear!
Ridiculous from Knight to be able to get the rifle back with Pico. Not long for this world as Jello will trade him out immediately. With the Sheriff, he's not able to find any more. The rifle's too strong.
One enemy
Did some
remaining.
damage, and Knight was able to recover a rifle. And with that Marshall in hand,
Here.
it's just Banana alone.
Spike planted.
A great flash. And Knight is in such a good spot to secure the round. A thrifty from them. 2 Buckies, a Sheriff, a Marshall. And they'll turn it into a round win and tie us back up at 9.
I'm convinced that you just have to use, like, eco guns in order to win.
We've seen a ton of shotguns this game. A bunch of judges from Knight, a bunch of Buckies from him and probably. Even Winter was picking it up on last map.
The Stingers, Marshals. I mean, we're seeing almost every gun being used here. I think the only
Hey, gun variety is what you want to see out of a video game, right?
I mean, absolutely, and I think if you're able to create value with, you know, any gun to create value is a good gun. I think the only gun that we haven't seen get played is the Frenzy. I think that's just because the Frenzy is very rarely used anywhere.
Yeah. I think Frenzy might have been purchased on Split earlier on. So,
I
at
stand
least in this
corrected.
map.
Every gun has been. Have you seen? We have seen an Ares, yeah.
Yeah, we saw the Ares last round of Haven, I think it was.
I haven't seen an Odin.
The Odin's the only one we haven't seen so far.
Gun variety is good. We're seeing it again this round.
Jello gonna be tested with his rifle. Probably will get split off in
Spike
Winter.
down A.
Falls to the Teo salvos. Probably still so confident. Looking for more in Jello. Taking some pot shots through the smoke. He has the Armageddon ready. Zignaw finds one back on a Mosey. Titan's still in a great spot to run interference here. He has such a deep flank. His Hazmat and probably will make their way over towards B. Knight going to meet them here. Aggressive look from him. Doesn't find anything, but both players are low, so the Sheriff will be enough. Isn't able to line up the shot as they're going to chase him down. So much time wasted by Knight.
One enemy remaining.
He'll find the frag. It's just probably the Knight. Not long for this world, but Titans will clean up his mess. Double digits reach first by the Tiffin University Dragons. A huge round. This Knight will be able to pick up the off now.
Hazmat Banana with 15 assists going at around 20. See that stat line? I say team player right there, impact player.
100%.
But no, I love the confidence out of probably Sheriff in hand, still taking those angles, forcing Tiffin off of powerful positions as well, even with just that Sheriff. I think with that confidence with the gun, we've seen this before from probably, and if we see it again, it'll be greatly helpful for the side of for Tamu.
Salvos will get used by Jello to keep this mid push in within bounds, but probably finding some success of his own. Mosey looking for the fight and doesn't want into 3 players. Looks like he actually does. An aggressive look from the Astra as he won't make it out alive, probably with 2 frags on the round. Jello will get found out by this Prowler as well. And Winter has set himself up to steal Garden. Zeptic in a great spot to avoid. The Armageddon will get used as well. So much used. Try to flush Zeptic out of here, but he's still gonna find one. He'll die to Pico as well. But a Herculean effort from the Fade. Tamu putting Knight in a 1v4. Has a rifle, but might just go recover the op. And save away for next round.
I think I've seen memes recently about how the amount of utility is creating some interesting situations. And I think we saw that towards A. We saw 2 Teo ults. We saw Armageddon pop twice. We saw Steel Garden, a host of other individual utility as well. What do you like to see out of Valorant? It's like to see the variety. I think I'll keep using the word varieties. The fact that you can do these sorts of things in this game is what makes it so interesting.
Oh, probably got found out at the end. And Knight will make it away. Still up in hand, and they do have enough money for a purchase. A light one, some light armors, but a purchase nonetheless. 10 to 10 now is the score line. What do we need to see out of Tiffin to close this out as the higher seed? Or what do we need to see out of Tamu? Probably has been such a thorn in these early rounds. He's gotten so many picks.
Needs to not get ops first, and I think everything else will be good.
Spike down mid.
Knight getting traded out immediately. He'll find the first, though. And it's still favorable for Tiffin. Yellow now. Jacking up towards the side. It's just Winter and A main.
Thorns activated.
Nightmare takes them!
Nightfall burned by Zeptic as well. They do not want anything coming from that A main side. But it's the other side of the map in mid, where Tamu is choosing to gather. Zigna about to be tested by Titans. He has 2 angles to watch. And I don't know if Titan's gun barrel got spotted there. But Zigna has taken a very good timing. He doesn't get spotted by the Vice Flash either. The 2 players looking for Titans, and if Zigna walks up, that's the punish. The rest of the Tiffin University players forced to retake here. Probably in a great spot in heaven. And the Cosmic Divide will get burned by Mosey, or by Zigna actually. Probably. And Zeptic playing Ring Around the Rosie with each other on the Cosmic Divide. Triple swing needed here. Time running short already for Tiffin.
With blocking vision.
Smoke as well. Cosmic Divide will go down. First frag goes the way of Jello. Probably finds the trade back. Time so low.
One
Tap.
enemy remaining.
Winter will get taken down. It's so close. Does Zeptic have enough time? No, he doesn't. They took just a little bit too long. And Tamu, despite losing all of their players, will secure the round, put themselves up to 11. Every player died, making it very expensive for both teams. Probably does have the Blade Storm, so they'll be able to purchase and turn this into a very dangerous round if you're Tamu, but it doesn't look the same for Tiffin. Mosey, no armor. Jello, probably not going to be able to afford a rifle.
The key here for Tiffin is they see that they have Dimensional Drift. They see that they have Cosmic Divide. How do you take those 2 together
Get out of my way!
to create some space, or even to retake some space as well?
Knight. 4 players in his way. Probably looking aggressive. The Blade Storm rings true. Titans forced to stand the test of 4 Tamu players.
Tony's down.
Knight just wasn't ready for it, it looks like. Marshall
My
been
ultimate
his
ready.
bread and butter in hazmat.
Not
Forced
ready
to
yet.
sit down.
Retrieving flash.
No scope headshot. Titan's been sharp with the Marshall, man. He's been so good.
I think much like the judge, Marshall here puts you in cuffs for the rest of
Lay
the round.
down the law.
Lay down the law, puts you in cuffs, and forces you to spectate for the remainder of the round.
Yellow tucked in a great spot here. But the salvos
30
might reveal his
seconds left.
position, and Winter catches Zeptic out. But
Todos guayos.
it's a great spot for Jello, as I said. Steel Garden will get popped. Titans. Pull with the Marshall in hand. Blade Storm finds another.
Last player
Jello and
standing.
Mosey. Make it even. And now, low health for Pico.
Oh,
Secure the frag before he dies.
Match point.
So Tamu putting themselves on match point here.
it's still anyone's game. That 2-round deficit doesn't mean anything. The way this game has been playing, even this game too, you only have short bursts of momentum before it flips too. So it's any time now that we'll see it go to overtime too. Everyone's nervous. Everyone's on the edge of their seats, but Tiffin knows this is their time to shine. The next 2 rounds, reset for overtime, then claim what's theirs.
Aggressive plays on A main. But Tamu nowhere to be found over there. Only one player left to anchor, it's Titans. And Mosey to support him from mid. But the other side of the map is where Knight is. The pull rotates over. Winter might get caught out here. But Knight,
Time to jump.
bullets don't connect and probably will. That's the first pick. 4 players stand between Tamu and moving on in the lower bracket. Knight finds one onto Pico. Hazmat will trade him back immediately.
Face your
Sheriff
fear.
for Zeptic. He's been sharp, but Zigna is sharper. Jello will
One
fall.
enemy
Bomb
remaining.
hasn't gone down yet, but probably is making his mark. And the 3K
Attackers win.
will put Tamu through into the losers bracket. And TU will kiss their NECC season goodbye. GG's to the Tamu Aggies.
GG's indeed. Probably, not even probably, just definitely. There's no doubt about this. Probably taking the commander position of that game. 359 combat score, 10 first bloods. There's no way you're getting past them. Props to both. Props to everyone. That was a great game. Back and forth. Always unsure about what's to happen too, especially on those eco rounds. Nothing was ever certain. I think that's what you love to see out of every Valorant game is you don't want things to get too complacent. You don't want to get into a rhythm. You want to see things flop, especially as a spectator too. You want to see the
100%.
excitement. And I
That
think
last
I
map as well. Knight did his damnedest to keep up, but probably just one step ahead of him, it felt like, in the first bloods, in those frags. And Zeptic, though he tried his best, was sharp on that second round. Wasn't enough to curb the momentum that Tamu was able to build up. And Tamu will complete the 5th upset, technically the 6th, if you count NC State over California State Long Beach, though it was an FF win. So far, we have seen not a single match go as it's been seeded. And that's what I like to see out of Collegiate Valorant. Thanks, everyone, for watching so much. It's been lovely guest casting on the Tiffin University stream. Shout out to Redstone. It was
Shout out to
great on
Redstone.
observing. Thank you, Hitaru, for casting with me. Keep it locked in with Tiffin University Esports. Follow them on Twitter. Join the Discord. I assume there is one. Apply to go to school here. You're going to have a great time. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you guys very soon.